Hi, this is a PDF file generator created in C#. So I'm going to show you guys how it works, but just before that, the name of the file in here is called report and it's meant to be saved on my desktop. Look at the desktop, there's nothing here called, there's no PDF file here called reports. So I'm just going to sort of like move it aside. Okay, let's move it that much, and in here I'm going to write as follows. Alright, so let me show you my desktop again. That's my desktop there. I will now click on generate, and there, that's my desktop. You see that, guys? The PDF file has been generated there. Okay, now close that. Let's delete this on the desktop. Delete. Let's copy this. Let's copy it and paste couple on it right there. So I'll move this. Let's move it aside somewhere. Okay, so let's generate it one more time so that you guys see it. That's the desktop. Let's click on the generate button that is right here. That's the generator there. Now you see that, guys? So what I'll do now is to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we'll start, or we'll put together a new project entirely. So let's do that now. So we'll start a new project on C#. On the Visual Studio dialog, so we select C#, select Windows Forms application. Let's give this project a name. I'm going to call it CS_PDF _creator. There, that's the name of my file. Click on save. My file is ready, so let me define the size of this form. Come to the project and let's make that 1368 by 800, and start position. I'm going to make that center right here, center screen there. The next thing I want is to come straight to the tools. This choice is yours. You can always select which text box which I intend to use, or you can use the text box, but let me go for which text box and just drag it down much. Alright, then I will then add 3 buttons onto my system. Okay, that's fine. Let's add 3 buttons. Here, come here, there's one here. There they are, those are my buttons in place. So the first thing is I'm going to double click on this very button here and let's enter as follows. So it's going to be RT PDF dot play. There, right, that is for the clear. And for the exit, we enter as follows. There, those are the lines of code for my exit. Now for the PDF, before we can get the PDF generator to work, we have to go to our browser here and let's type in iTextSharp. That is it, and that will take us straight into SourceForge. So click on SourceForge, and then right in here is the file we want to download. So click on download. Okay, Yeah, the file is already finished downloading for me. Okay, let me show you where my file is. And right in here I have the downloaded file. That is it right there. Okay, I've already unzipped the file. Alright, if you want to see how to unzip, it's no problem. Just right click and click on extract. Accept. Okay, extract the file straight away. And there we go. There we go, guys. That's the file accepted. That's it right on my desktop. Okay, now the extracted files I intend to use iTextSharp -dll call, this very one, followed by iTextSharp -dll -pdf, and the next file is iTextSharp -dll -extra. That is it. So what I will do now is I'm going to extract those files. I need the DLL files within them. Double click or right click and extract this very one. There, that's done. That is it up there. Extract the second one, which is the iTextSharp -dll -pdfa. Extract. There. Now let's extract the extra. Extract that as well. There we go. Those are my 3 extracted files. In fact, all of these are the files, including where I extracted it from. I really don't need them anymore for now. If I need any other one, I can always unzip the one I copied. Now right in here, these are the files that I need. I need the DLL file. I'm just going to cut that off and paste it where you guys can see it. There. Repeat the same thing for this. Cut it off, paste it here, and this very one, cut it off and paste it right in here. Those are the 3 files that I need for this project. I will now delete the folders. So look at it, iTex.dll, iTextSharp.dll, pdf.dll, and the extra.dll. Those are the 3 files that I need. Now come straight onto my program here. Click on project and select the name of your project right here. While inside this dialog, select the resource, and right up here where we have add resource, drop it down and select add existing file. The existing file I'm looking for is right on my desktop, and let's look for the file. There we go. And those are the 3 DLL files that I intend to use. Click on open. I have my 3 files there. Okay, now back to my design view, and right here let's go to the Solution Explorer. Right inside the Solution Explorer, now right click here and select add reference, because we have to reference those files. Okay, there they are. You can select it all. Okay, and click on OK. There we go. They are now referenced onto the project, and that's all you need to do. The next thing you then need to do is double click on your button that you will use as the trigger, and in here we need the following file, or import as follows. We need the system IO input and output dot input and output right there. Then we also need system. We need to import. There should be a semicolon there. We also need to import using iTex there we go. Dot text. Dot text. That's it right there. Okay. And finally, we need to import iTextSharp dot PDF. There it is, and enter semicolon there. Once those three files are imported onto the system, now double click on your generator or the trigger button itself. Now we need to declare as follows: document let me give my document a name, PDF file equals new document. Yeah, I need to enter parentheses there. That is correct. Then let's import this object, PDF writer. That is it right there. Then let's declare another variable, create another object name, create PDF equals PDF writer dot get instance, and the instance I would like it to get will be my PDF file here, this variable that I declared in here. Just gonna copy that, paste it right in here, and comma new file stream. Let's enter S in there. There we go. Now let's get my PDF file name here. Here I need to specify where I intend to save my file, so let's come back in here, right on my desktop here. Let's delete this. Yeah, okay, I'll just right click on anything here to get the property to show me the part. This is the part I intend to use. I'm going to copy that very part. You can see it, see, /user Paul.Omen desktop. Okay, that is copied. Close that. Alright, right in here I'm going to paste that very part, but instead of / I'm going to make that // and / here. Now the question is, what's going to be the name of my file that I intend to use? So let's enter another / here. So the / now we need a name for my PDF file, so let's just call it C# CS file dot PDF. So I expect to see CS file dot PDF right on my desktop once I click on the generator. So comma, then the final method is going to be file mode dot create. So that should be dot create right there, and here let's enter semicolon there. Alright, so there you guys can see it. I'm just going to, okay, the next thing that is left for us to do is to actually call this my object here. So in here it's a PDF file dot, we want to get it opened, open, entire parentheses there, then PDF file dot add, and what we are adding is going to be new paragraph right there. Okay, and where will the paragraph come from? It's going to come from RT PDF, that's my rich text box, dot text. Close that, and finally we then need to close the objects there, and that's all there is to it. Okay, so from here down here, those are the lines of code you will use to generate your PDF. Alright, here that's just to exit my system, and here that's just to clear the PDF file. So have a good look at the codes. Clear, exit, generate PDF there, and that will be the name of my PDF file. So let's run it for the very first time. And there guys, so let's try it out. Exit, that works. Clear, yeah, now the clear works. Alright, let's enter some data right in there. Okay, this is how you create a PDF file generator in C#. Okay, before I click on the generate button, let me show you where I intend to save my file. Right here on the desktop, look at my desktop. The file name is supposed to be PDF file, so let's move it aside, and that is the PDF file generator there. I will now click on that very file. Let's move it a little bit in again so that you guys can see it. Yeah, right there. If I click on it now, there we go guys, that is my PDF file that is generated from C#. Double click on this file itself, let's see the content on it, and there we go, that's the content on it. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Let's delete that and enter some data on it. Okay, I will now enter the following data from Word document. Let's copy that. Let's click on copy. Now we can minimize that and paste it right in here. There we go. Okay, the next thing we want to do is just click on generate. Before I click on generate, let me move it aside for you guys. Move it aside and get the desktop out, and that's it. Click on generate, and there we go, the file is generated on the PDF file itself. So with that guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you enjoyed, so you all have a nice day now, and please do subscribe. Bye for now.